bring a horse to water, you can't make it drink.
That's a good one.
People that don't cease opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
I like that one.
People who don't cease opportunity. Yeah, who don't chase it, who have the determination, but instead they sit back on the sideline.
You got someone right in front of your face.
Even just an individual. Yeah. Someone could be right in front of your face or an opportunity, and you just skip it up. So my marketing lady posted this on her Facebook today. I'm going to read that shit. Are you doing what you love? The sad reality is that most people settle into a life they think they should lead, striving to fit in rather than standing out. We often seek approval from those who couldn't care less about our dreams and success. I mean, she's pretty spot on with that, so I took a screenshot of it in case topics like this come up, because I feel like a lot of people definitely
overlook the opportunity right in front of their face.
Yeah, that's what it boils down to. Especially with jobs, you got someone with outstanding potential who gets out of high school, and instead they had the grades, they had the background, they had the family support. They did not end up going to college. They just toss the being a doctor out the window and putting in that extra work to go make. I don't want to shit on apprenticeships or trades jobs or anything, because they're good. They do make a lot of money, but there's some out there where, like, you're running up 4 years of schooling, say, in that trade, and during that 4 years, it's going to be another what before you see money, like actually good money.
They're like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. After that 4 years of schooling, so you're looking at 10. When you could run up 6 years, 4 years, 8 years even of college, and then run it up right after you get out. But, when you go to college, you can still get a job, obviously, of course, time management, and make what you would be making jumping into an apprenticeship. Mm-hmm. Some you'll make more than you would, like, working at Walmart or something. Mm-hmm. But they have more. It depends.
In the time being, you can still work your way up in that certain position. McDonald's, Walmart. You can still become a manager.
If that's what you want to do, then.
But you don't even gotta be like that. Could just be for the time being till you find, or till you are out of college. So you can make a little extra income and have that little extra.
But I know people who are bringing in like $2,000 a month. You tally that up over 12 months. That's 24,000, right? Roughly, or it's spot on. Hold up. $2,000 a month.
2 times 12.
2 times 12. Yeah, 24. I was right. I had to make sure.
Right.
$24,000. The average American salary is $30,000. So right there, you're trading time for not good money, in my opinion. Yeah. Money's money, but I think you could be doing a lot better if you didn't just settle in for something.
Settling in that sake is a big waste of time.
Yeah. Because you make what? We talked about it earlier. You make how much a week?
Me?
Yeah.
Working hours I do.
After taxes.
No OT. Roughly a week.
Overtime?
No OT.
It's like 12 a week. Yeah. 1,200 a week.
1,200 a week. That was over 4. You're looking at roughly $4,800 a month. 60,000 damn near. Right off the rip. Okay? So, I guess it depends on the trade and what you go into. And is that something that you want to stick with and keep doing?
Something I want to stick with, keep doing, and move up in the ranks.
For the rest of your life?
For as long as I'm willing to do it.
You don't want to just be stuck at where you're at right now.
No. I want to work my way up. There's leads, there's supervisors, there's project managers, there's out of sight jobs to work on.
There's different things in the scope of work that we do. There's different things we could learn, different things we could build off. So it's not just like one straight
different
path in there.
branches.
Exactly. It's not going to be just straight.
Yeah.
A lot to go off of.
Exactly.
I don't know. I find it silly that some people are just willing to throw so much away. I mean, you have the determination, you have what it takes, and you just piss it about, piss down a boot.
That typically tends to be the people that are already and are already growing up having it, having all the money. These are the same people that aren't driving and seeking to get more money because everything's being handed down to them.
Yeah, like I don't mean to sound like I've been through a whole lot, but they haven't had like a bunch of like struggles, so they haven't had to, I guess, learn.
They have nothing to learn based off of.
Yeah,
They've
they
had
didn't.
everything given to them. They don't have to work for what they have. So when it comes to actually working, it's like, well, fuck, what do I do now?
And there's not very few. It happens, but there's just very few people out there that grow up with everything, but they want to seek to do better than their parents did, which should be everyone's goals. You should learn from your parents, but
No, well, that's another thing is a lot of people don't learn from their parents. They learn from their parents in the bad way. They monkey see, monkey do. Yeah. Same with the way their friends are. You hang out with this group of people, you monkey see, you monkey do it. You change yourself as a person, and the people that you hang out with, that's who you're gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
That's who you're gonna be. That's what you're gonna aspire to be. And a lot of people just settle for that bare minimum, and they're comfortable with it, or maybe they find it easier, less hard. I don't know.
Which it's always about the hustle and the grind to make the more money.
Yeah, in my opinion,
you can't sit around unless you've made it to that point where you can sit around.
Yeah,
you can't start sitting around.
So that's what I'm looking at my future. Like I'm making sure I have all my checks marked. I'm gonna be good in my future. Like right now, I may have to do a little bit of work, but in my future, I'm gonna be sitting good.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people don't really, I guess, think about the future like that, or really have that strive to, because you're young right now. We're all, what, 20? I'm 20.
19.
19, okay. 20. This is your prime. You're in your most capable. So, what I see kids my age, or maybe, 19, 18, 22, just jerking their life away. And it's like, come on. Just grow up, make it happen. Because when you hit 30, you're going to be like, what was I doing? Man, I really regret doing that. Or, man, I wish I would have took a jump into that and took that risk.
That just comes right back with the sacrifice and the time. If when you're hitting that certain age, you don't have that time anymore.
Yeah.
You have to jump on it when you have all the time. And people see that and they're like, oh, I got time to wait on it, to bounce on it, but eventually that runs out.
Yeah, and then another thing too is like, some of these trade jobs are dummy. You make dummy money. But at the same time, you're trading time for money. Right? You want your money to make money.
Mm-hmm.
You want that time because you're eventually going to hit a certain point in your life where you're like, I really wish I had more time, and I'm just working way too much and working the shit out of myself.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to reach a point where my money is making me money. Slowly but surely. I mean, it doesn't happen overnight.
No.
But you work towards it, you'll get to it. But I feel like time's more valuable than money for sure. In, I guess, every aspect anymore. I mean, you got to have money to live, but time's where you really live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It's just you can show someone the opportunity and show someone like
how to do something the way
you can show someone can look at you and be like, this person is going places, they're doing good. but then they're like, I want to go hang out with this college dropout or whatever.
Go do some drugs.
You can bring a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So they kind of have to just realize on their own what their, I guess, goal is in life, or see in their wrong. But everybody's different. Some people don't wake up from that, and that's okay.
If they can't, then it's on them.
It falls back to them. It's all about your own personal decisions, your own choices.
Yeah. Just after that hole's dug, I hope you be able to get out of it. Hope it's not too deep, but some people, like I said, it's too late.
Some people just keep digging until there's no more digging.
Yep.
And no more up.
Well, another thing too is the time and the money is when you get into a job like this. One of my buddies kind of wrote it down on paper. Shout out Nathan. You know him.
Vanderpool?
Yep, Vanderpool. Your money when you're in a job, okay, so raises, your money goes like this, like a staircase.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually it plateaus. They don't raise you anymore. And then down to zero. Some people are smarter than that and actually know how to invest and whatnot. Yeah. But like, you want your money to go up and then in turn get your time back. That's what you want. Not the little staircase that drops down to zero if you weren't thinking when you were, 18, 20 about your retirement.
Yeah.
Because a lot of kids my age don't, I wouldn't say kids, I'd say young adults don't think about that. Or they put it off.
When you're not thinking about it, you're more treated as a kid, more childish. You're not planning for any adulthood, so why not call them kids?
Well, they're busy focused on living that
party life,
that best life, that young life. But wouldn't you want to, kind of carrying high school out into the open, but wouldn't you want to just make sacrifices and dive and dig deep so you can retire at, say, like 40? Because there's people that retire at 30, and that's crazy. I'd like to be there, pushing for it. But I think 40's good thing to push for. I would much rather have my fun there than right now, because the average retirement age in America is 67. I think it's 67.
Out there, yeah.
So if we're lucky, we all live about 75 years. Okay? So you think about it, you retire at 67, you only got what? From 67 to 75, that's how many years you got to enjoy that retirement money.
And can you really enjoy it with all the pain
with how your body is?
And working that long, you're in so much more physical pain. Exactly. Waking up that morning, every morning, you're in more physical pain being 60 than you would be 20.
Yep. And I mean, in my personal opinion, like I said, time is more valuable than money. I never used to think that way, but I do now, because it is a valuable thing. Because if you put it in the perspective, if we're lucky, we don't get hit by a car, don't get smacked by a space rock, don't die from something. We face all the odds. We might make it to 75. So if you think about it, I'm 20, you're 19. I got what? 55 Christmases, Thanksgivings, birthdays, falls, winter, springs. If I'm lucky. Yeah. If you guys are lucky. So, I mean, it's short when you look at it in that way. And Tyler said some shit about how many days you get. 75. Okay, you get 27, if you're lucky, 75 years, you get 27,375 days on this planet. That's pretty short.
Yeah.
Even in the days, even though it draws it out from that 75 number, like we're talking days, that's and you sleep half of that. It's pretty wild.
I don't even want to put that into hours.
I don't even. Yeah, I don't want to
really
put.
Makes you think.
It does make you think.
Spend your time wisely, and then
spend the time with the people that you love, and grow something great and bright.
Don't just go for those short little fun flings, short little.
Things. Would you rather wake up in the morning? Would you rather wake up in the morning knowing that you are accomplishing and working towards something, or would you rather wake up in the morning regretting something that you said or did, or feeling like shit, or not remembering anything that you did? You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to remember. I mean, I hung out with you guys quite a bit younger. We had our fair share of fun stuff, but I can't say I remember a lot of it unless something significant happened. And, you know, we may have not even been sauced. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't remember them. But what I do remember is my accomplishments and goals. I would rather wake up, you know, knowing that and remembering those things.
Right.
Knowing you're going to be productive, knowing you're going to do something today. It's gonna
knowing that I'm...
help you out later in the future.
Knowing that we're being better than we were yesterday.
Exactly.
Which that sides with a lot of self-discipline.
Yep.
You got to be able to...
A lot of people don't have that.
Yeah, you got to be able to turn down the stuff that's not going to impact you. Like, you're invited to go out to party, or you wake up early the next morning and go to work, you know?
Yeah.
It's all just self-discipline.
Self-sacrifice.
I can sacrifice the social gathering and that stupid shit for something that's going to benefit me more.
Yeah.
Because those people... A lot of those people don't give a shit about you. They don't give a fuck about
for a good time.
You at all. They care about themselves, and they're selfish. So we're like, you two, I know you care. But like, there's people out there who truly they're just there for a good time. They're there for something, or something that you got, or something that you do. They don't love you. They don't care.
That's why you gotta separate yourself from the negative people and surround yourself with the positive, successful people. Because they will always push you to strive harder. I mean, if you think like that, you can even put it into competition. Like, this guy's doing so much better than me. It's just battling. Uphill battling with that person. If someone's negative, you don't really learn much from that other than looking at them and laughing. Unless you're the same way.
Yeah, I get negativity in some aspects, but...
You can go, James.
I was gonna say, you gotta pick and choose who you surround yourself, because like Brady was saying earlier, you surround yourself around bad people, you're gonna be a bad person.
Bummy, bad.
Exactly.
Bummy, bad, shitty morals, shitty values, just all in all, shitty person. But if that's how people are gonna be, that's how they're gonna be.
If you want that little moment of fun, a little good time, and sacrifice
you want that little kicker,
for your little cherishing moments.
Okay, buddy, get out of here. It's just,
you can have all that.
You can sit here and try to wrap your head around it, but I've tried to rack my brain on many things like that similar to that before, and it just no explanation. You can't explain it. No, so it's not worth wasting your time thinking about it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know.
Sometimes you just gotta say fuck them, leave them in the dust.
Pretty much.
Let them figure it out themselves. If they don't figure it out,
or like even helping. We all have this, like a friend who struggles in something, right? You help them, you help them, you help them, you help them. You want to help them. You want them to be the best them. But they won't take it. They just keep blaming all their problems or this and that and the other on something else.
There's only so much you
getting pissed at you for some stupid shit, and at some point you just have to drop it because you're just bringing yourself down. You can only help them so much. It goes back to the bring a horse to water.
Yeah,
can't make it drink. I mean,
you can only help people so much till it starts hurting you.
Yep.
And then
fix yourself before you fix others. I wish people would not be so blind to quality around them, financially, mentally. Like, the reading the books, been doing a shit ton of reading. That improves the mindset more.
I gotta get into reading.
All you gotta do, swallow your pride. Just pick up that damn book. Stop being a lazy fuck. Just read the goddamn thing, and you would be surprised what it gives you.
I got a few books at home that I've wanted to read, but like you
said, that's just one thing I gotta get into.
Because it's easy. Like you spend 30 minutes, an hour watching TV probably, or picking up the Xbox, PlayStation controller. Instead, pick a book up. Or like before you go to bed, ditch all electronics an hour before you go to bed. Pick up a book. I sleep a lot better.
Yeah,
I'm way better.
I used to read, and picking up that book right before bed, opposed to
the lights from
the strain on your eyes,
or all the lights from the TV screen or the your phone. Those aren't good for your eyes and don't help you go to sleep. All the natural stuff that'll help you sleep.
And I like focusing on like the self-improvement books.
That's what I want to start reading into.
Or other people and their success, and not really a big story guy or anything like that.
I want to start reading into like financial books and books like for stocks and stuff
like
that.
Yeah, because I have financial plans. I have ways I think I'm gonna get there, but picking up that book would make me so much more confident in actually getting to that point. Like I have people like my own little financial advisors who help me out with it, but picking up that book, it's like.
And the financial thing, the investing, good thing to get into. Both me and Ian are invested in one company right now. We have him for 2-3 years, and I don't remember the last time I checked it. It's one of those companies where you buy it and you forget about it, and you don't look at it until 20 years down the road. Because me and him, I don't know how much he put in. I put 3-4, and if it goes the way it's supposed to, I'm looking at 100, 120, 130 just off that little 3-4. If nothing happens in 10, 15, 20, oh well, 3-4 is gone. Take the loss, but I got backups, of course.
Yeah.
So definitely something you guys should get into and look at, and a lot of other people should.
I gotta start looking at stocks a little more. I'm not all too familiar with it all, but
there's adults that are like 45, 50, or maybe a little younger, 35, say, that still have not figured this shit out or done it, where they talk about doing something like this, like say investing in the real estate, stocks, whatever, and they just don't do it. They don't take the jump. Like, you didn't take the jump when you were young. If you feel like you can take that jump right now, take it. If you can take that loss and take that blow, make that jump. Stop pussyfooting around it.
Yeah.
Some cojones.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I
a little louder on the mic, James. What was that?
I said, grow some cojones.
There we go.
For sure. I do recommend books. 110%. Just with the whole increasing mentality thing.
And it's just so healthy to the mind, too.
Keep a positive outlook, positive mindset, positive thinking and everything, as well as broaden your mindset on like things like overthinking, your habits, good or bad, how to replace them, get rid of them, anxiety, shit like that, and even financials and success and reaching those points.
It helps your brain constantly move, so like, because you don't want to just sit there and then your brain's just going to sit there, so as you get older, it's just going to sit there and sit there and sit there, so you want to use it more, so when you are older, it's still at the top that it's always been at.
The reading also gives you, I guess, more perspective, brings light into other things that you haven't even thought about or known. That's where you get that knowledge. If you want to be a millionaire, you hang around and talk to millionaires. You want to be a photographer, you hang around and talk to photographers. You want to be a college dropout, you hang
bum.
out with fucking college dropouts and bums. You want to settle for the bare minimum, you hang around people with no values and morals, and they settle for the bare minimum too, and that's what you're gonna go down that same rabbit hole, unfortunately.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah, monkey see, monkey do. I don't know why it can't be monkey see, monkey not do.
Easier.
Like, monkey watches other monkey run into street and get hit by a vehicle. Other monkey follows. That's basically the same thing that's going on.
It's people, dumb people.
You watch your friend go down this terrible hole. They're a terrible person. Then you just follow their footsteps, or you watch a family member drink themselves half to death or whatever it may be. You know, getting physical altercations and stuff, and then you're drinking and you follow their footsteps, and then you start to get into people making excuses and shit. And that's something for a different time. But
I've always liked learning off people's actions. Just watching people sometimes, just seeing like little things here and there.
Especially your family.
Yeah, people always like turn that shit off, man. Okay. People always say like you learn from the best, people. I like to think you learn from the worst. You are showed terrible examples, shitty people, like shitty life decisions, what they've done, and you strive to be a better person. That makes sense, you know?
Yeah. You, especially with the family, you got all these bad examples, because there's I got family members that do things that probably are not good for them, and I've seen them do bad things. I've had people pass, etc., etc. So I'm like, yep, monkey see, monkey don't do. Individuals don't see the bad in other things other people do, and how they kind of like make, I guess, excuses. I guess we could go into the excuses. I said it was going to be for another podcast, but like, not a prime example, but let's throw an example out there. You got male or female drinking at a party, drinking, just fucking throwing it back, sloshing, okay? You're like, didn't your family member, like, you know them and know that, like, maybe one of their family members got into a car accident, killed someone, whatever, and then you're kind of like in your head, why the fuck would they be doing this when they know that this shit can happen? And then some of them like to make the excuse of, I'm just doing it for fun. I'm just trying to have a little bit of fun.
Well, it's not gonna be fun when there's another person
on the
dead.
side of the fucking road.
Yeah, or you drink yourself to death, or you create unreversible relationship or family problems. Like, you're just cooking yourself. You don't need substance to enjoy life.
Especially growing up watching it, you should know a hell of a lot better.
Yeah, and we all figured that out.
Yeah,
we did.
See, I think here and there it's okay, have a little fun, you know.
Sure,
but
you can be responsible.
Yeah, exactly. There's an excessive amount to drinking. There's an excessive amount to everything.
Yep.
And
where you're just abusing it.
Exactly.
You're running from something. You're trying to create fun or numb something or hide from something, whatever it is. But there's a responsible way, sure, to go about it. I'm not saying don't drink. I'm just saying don't drink for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, and if you're coping by drinking, that's where you should know you got a problem.
That's a problem in itself.
Yeah.
So
if you're coping, if your way of coping's getting fucking sloshed, like
absolutely just plastered.
It doesn't make sense. Everyone has their own ways of coping, but
they do.
It's just
why? Like
why?
Why?
Yeah, why?
There's
we figured it out.
Yeah.
There's responsible ways to go about it. And
which, I mean, yeah, and growing up, watching it happen firsthand, it's you already should know to do better, but there's those people, like, you grow up, you watch your parents get drunk, your parents throwing each other in the fridges, pulling knives out, like throwing their own alcoholic substances, and you want to start drinking.
Yeah. I get sure, like, you want to try it, but like,
yeah, I mean,
have fun. Just stay away from it.
But don't make it a thing where you feel like, don't make it an addiction. Don't make it a habit.
Sometimes it's on the parents because they see their parents do that, and they're like, "Oh, my parents are doing it. I'm supposed to look up to this person and
learn from this person."
Which
and they do it, so I should do it.
Exactly.
Which I'm glad.
I guess it's how you take it, but.
I'm glad I was lucky enough to see the bad side of my parents.
Actually have a brain.
Yeah, watch them go through divorce, watch these things happen, because that makes me want to strive. I don't want to go through what my parents did.
Yeah, absolutely.
And no one should want to be like their parents. I mean, yes, but you should want to be better than your parents, everyone, no matter who they are.
Yeah, you should want to be better than your parents, and at the same time, like, I get going to your parents, but a lot of people run back to their parents in the wrong way. Like, at a certain point in time, you need to understand that they don't make your decisions. They're not always going to be there, and you are your own person.
It's time for you to step up and be your own person.
Yep.
Make your own decisions.
Yeah.
Mommy and daddy ain't going to be there the rest of your life.
You can't always be codependent. You're not going to always have those parents looking out for you. You're not, let's say you're in a relationship and you're codependent. You're not independent. You're having your significant other make decisions. They might not be there one day. You might have no one. You might be lonely. You got to be able to make your own decisions.
Yep.
Sometimes there may be a case where they're just not there for the moment, so you have to make that decision yourself in the moment. So how are you going to do that when you're constantly relying on that person to make a decision? You can't make an own decision for yourself.
Yeah. And I know that there's people who struggle with not knowing what decision to make. You know, they know this decision's right, but in turn, they make the wrong decision for whatever reason. They're drawn to it for some reason. Kind of like they see the bad in these things, like the drinking or substance abuse. They see the bad in it, but for some reason, they're drawn to it.
Sometimes it's just that thrill.
Or the thrill, or you can also look at like morals such as like stealing, lying, and cheating. Like, you know it's bad, you say it's bad, but you do it.
Doesn't make much sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. That's another thing that we probably try to rack our brains on and figure it out, but again, it's just a waste of thought. There's no rhyme or reason why people do it. They know it's wrong. They know it's bad. They know it's morally incorrect. But like it's probably the thrill, honestly. And then when you're looking at, say, like, you got a concerned family member, it's kind of going into something different. You got a concerned family member who's like, you got a drinking problem. Like, I'm worried about you. This is happening. Like, you're doing this to yourself. You're doing this to this person based on your addiction, whatever it may be. They may see a glimmer of wrong in what they're doing and be like, yeah, I'm working on it. I'm trying to quit. This is my last one, or this is my last time. But they don't.
Keep going back to
it. They're stubborn. They find comfort in it. They find comfort in their habit, and they don't want to see what positive change does for them and others around them. So it's just kind of a sad deal, I guess.
They'll keep putting it off, say, oh, tomorrow, my last one, until they just keep digging that hole. Digging that hole.
Yeah.
And now you're fucked.
Yep. Or a person may think a decision is right. How do I put this? They may think like an action or a choice or something that they're doing is right in the moment, but then in turn they
realize how bad they're messing up by doing it.
Yeah.
After time.
Regret it.
Like, even just drinking. you're in the moment having fun, which everyone's been there, but
get up the next morning.
When you're waking up every other morning and you're having that hangover and you're regretting it and you know you have an issue but you don't want to stop it, that's where the problem is.
You just keep doing it, but you wake up and you feel that regret about something you said or did or how you're feeling, but you just jump right back on the horse, back in the saddle.
You admit to yourself you're an alcoholic. You know you're an alcoholic, but you don't do anything to change it. That just doesn't make any sense to me.
Just swallow your pride, go get the help.
You know your problem, so take the initiative and fix the fucking problem.
Yeah. Fix the problem, get the help, stop being a pansy. Same thing with mental issues too. Like, stop being a pansy, swallow your pride. Like, you already know that you cannot fix this. You've been dealing with it for a long time. Just go get the help. You're not a bitch by going and getting help.
Everyone's got problems. Everyone needs help.
Yeah. Just go get it. Take it.
It's there. Take it.
Get it while you can before it gets worse. Because a lot of people, stubborn. Oh, I got this. I can handle it on my own. Really? Can you? Because for the past how many years, you haven't made any progress. Yeah. You haven't done shit. Just suck it up and get it done and over with. But it goes right back to you can bring a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Can't.
That's what the title of this podcast got to be. We keep bringing it back. Everything ties up.
Yeah. A lot of the shit ties together in one way or another. And if we were all not so stubborn and could look at positive change and compromise and cooperation in a good light, we'd be a lot better off.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us are all stuck in our own world, not looking out looking at other people.
Blind to the quality around, blind to that positive impact and positive change. And it's sad. It really is. But all you can do is, I don't know if you can even feel bad because they're doing it to themselves.
When you're watching them repeatedly go down this path and you try to help them, you tell them to seek help, you give them your own help, and they just keep going down the path. You stop feeling sorry after a while.
Yeah.
There comes a point where you realize there's nothing in your power you can do, and they're just going to be stuck like this unless they make a change themselves.
You just can't, because it's the same thing over and over and over, and you're constantly sitting there trying to help them. You just can't feel bad.
It goes back to like we just talked about earlier, how you can help a person so much, but you're just going to end up bringing yourself down and impacting yourself in a negative
eventually
way.
It hits yourself.
Which is not good. Yep. It's okay to help people, but when they're not making change and they're not putting in the work that they have, they have that drive to be better, and they're just not doing it, they're not worth your time.
No.
And that sucks to say, especially when it comes to like family.
Sometimes they need to just find it for themselves.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
And a lot of people, they just don't like listening to other people because they think they know themselves the best. But seeing from an outside view,
perspective,
yeah, they see how much potential you have. You stuck in your own mind, whether it's overthinking, anxiety, blah, blah, blah. You can't really see how much potential you have because you're not being looked at. Like, someone looking at you from afar can see that better than yourself.
Yeah. Outside perspective is always good for everything. And I'm not saying like criticism or anything like that, just an outside perspective and another voice, set of eyes, and opinion.
Like I like taking as much constructive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Constructive considerism.
Someone help me out.
Constructive criticism.
Criticism.
Yes.
There's the word.
Criticism.
Yeah. I like getting as much as that as I can.
We got it.
Yeah, we eventually got there. Yeah.
That's never a bad thing either. Constructive criticism.
No.
It really isn't.
Criticism. Okay, drop the word. What's next?
I always like
criticism,
knowing
baby.
what I can fix on myself, knowing the little things I can change
Mhm.
just to make it a little bit
Mhm.
better, and just constantly focusing on fixing something.
Yep.
For me,
You can never be perfect.
Exactly.
No.
There's room for improvement in everybody.
Everybody's got insecurities and flaws that they cannot change.
Mm-hmm.
But I know the one thing that I've been working on is overthinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, me as well.
It's pointless. Me and you've been struggling with that
Yeah,
for a
we've talked about it.
long time.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't think an overthinking mind is actually
It's not a bad thing.
necessarily bad, but
No.
it is kind of annoying and bad.
It's more of a drag down than it is like
a helping tool.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just bring myself down for no fucking reason because whatever I'm overthinking about doesn't even happen.
It just doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
You're just overthinking because your mind's trying to stay busy. It's just you need to have those things to escape to. Like picking up the goddamn book. Right, Brady?
Yeah. Picking up the goddamn book. Just pick up the book.
Just pick it up.
Just pick it up. Give it a read. Give it a read, really. I mean, come on. If you can pick up that bottle, you can pick up a book. If you can pick up your phone, you can pick up a book. A lot of people, too, back to that settling, that was a long time, settling for the bare minimum.
Mm-hmm.
We're about to go into phones here.
Yeah.
People use this thing not like a tool. You could make so much money if you knew how to use this thing properly and for the right reason. But a lot of us just are glued to it and watch what other people are accomplishing. We see what they have, etc. We judge our lives on that and feel like we're falling behind, but you don't see what's behind their curtains. You know, they could be in serious financial trouble, etc. Could be someone else's shit. You don't look at someone else's life and judge your own.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, that too.
They could have this luxurious life on screen, but you go in the real home, it's not that luxurious.
Yeah. I mean, looking at most influencers, we're talking about social media and all that. Influencers, they look so good. Most influencers got all that bullshit skincare going on and make all this money, but are they truly happy? You know,
money does not. No amount of money in this world will give me any happiness.
There's certain things, especially for us men. There's certain things every man needs to be happy.
Yeah. No amount of money in this world will bring me any sort of happiness. It can, sure, you can argue that it does bring temporary happiness.
It's nice to have. But...
Yeah, but you're not truly happy if all you have is money. You're not. No, not majority of people won't be happy living off just money.
Yeah, if you have more time, I mean, money can, I guess, give you more time in a sense. Especially if your money is making you money and you don't have to do much. But, like, if you work on yourself hard and enjoy little things in life more than, say, other people do, because some people take the little things for granted. If you enjoy the little things in life, you will have riches far more valuable than any currency can offer you. That's my opinion. So,
I think you'll just be happier in general.
Yeah. I feel like you're happier when you focus on, when you enjoy the little things that matter.
Those little things do add up.
They do.
Self-care.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like that's all I've been doing over the past probably 2-3 years, maybe even a little bit. I don't know. I've been doing it for a long time. Is improving myself and realizing more things about life and what I want, what I want to enjoy.
When you grow up.
How I
part of growing up.
How I view financials. How I view relationships. How I view friendships. How I view time. How I view my emotions. Things like that.
I don't think you're really growing up if you're not changing some of your viewpoints, if you're not changing some of those things. I think that's all about growing up.
Growing up's the part of life, but there's definitely those people out there that don't grow up.
stuck to that
which is
one
typically
mindset.
typically left to those bummy people.
In my opinion,
have no lives.
We're all the same. In certain aspects, I feel like age doesn't really matter because what are the 18-year-olds, 19, 20-year-olds doing, or people in college? They're going out getting absolutely tizzard, cheating, stealing, breaking shit, not having a care in the world. Then you look at adults who are 30, 40, 50, whatever. They're still doing that same shit. So I mean, is there really a difference between
there is
a 19-year-old and a 40-year-old?
There's no age level of maturity. Maturity is based off the own mind.
I feel like the only thing that's different between the 19-year-old and 40-year-old, who are very similar, the only difference is time spent here on the planet. And every generation is going to be different too, because the world is constantly evolving. That makes sense. So,
makes sense.
Yeah.
Can we kill this bastard?
That's annoying the fuck out of me. I don't know where he is.
He's under. He's like kind of late.
Bastard. I don't know. Some people's kids, man. Some people's kids throw rocks into glass at the age of what?
18, Brian?
Yeah. 18,
yeah,
19.
you know who you are too, motherfucker.
Yeah. Pay up for the skid loader, pal.
Yeah. Yeah, let's chuck rocks into and then shout out to the other two who are also doing it as well.
Shout out to them for missing the window a couple times.
Some people's kids, dude. Some people's parents, like today, we seen those two kids on University.
Oh my god!
Walking on the bridge, like 8, 9 years old.
Damn, no parents.
No parent, not a parent in sight.
No sidewalks.
You know where?
Just on the bridge, Copper Creek, right over Copper Creek. Right?
Going over Big Creek.
Right by Copper Creek.
Was it going over that bridge? Going over Big Creek, that stream? Where we tried to fish that one time?
No.
Not that bridge?
You know where...
It is that, but not Big Creek. It's the 4 Mile... Well, I guess...
Or 4 Mile Creek, is that what it is?
Yeah, 4 Mile Creek that runs into Copper
4 Mile
Creek.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about,
yeah. That bridge there, right by La Fiera, Mexican restaurant.
Everyone's speeding down that road, so you don't...
Or...
I got it!
Is it La Fiesta or is it... No, it's La Fiesta. I got it. La Fiera's further down.
I got the bastard.
You did. No, squish that. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no, there were 2, 8, probably 8, 9-year-olds walking on this bridge. I wouldn't even give them that much age. They were probably like 6, 7. They were young. Like, not a sidewalk in sight either. And it's like, what is wrong with parents?
What's the point of having kids if you're not gonna?
I'm gonna say it.
Raise them right and take care of them.
Some people shouldn't have kids. I said it.
No shit.
I said it.
No shit. Some people should not have kids.
And they need to take the responsibility just not to have kids.
Yeah, be responsible. Don't have kids. Unless you are responsible.
Yes, then by all means, have some babies.
That's the thing, though. They're not responsible, so they're gonna have them.
No.
The people who should not have kids are not responsible. So they're not going to take it in a responsible light. I mean, it's unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is, man.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is, cuh.
Some ASMR?
Yeah. ASMR.
Get out of here with that shit. Any last thoughts?
Gurdy and the motherfucking Grundles, baby.
We out.
We're out. I hope you enjoyed. It was a banger.